Okay, so the idea is for the class to be a member of this wiki page, and that this page is going to provide the students with a format for them to publish their final pieces, and on top of that, they'll be able to revisit those pieces at any time. They'll be able to visit each other's pieces, and during that whole time, they'll be able to make comments, receive feedback, and then hopefully take that feedback to set goals for themselves and to improve their writing in the future. So here's a homepage that kind of gives the directions to students. It'll probably be tweaked and maybe look a little bit nicer, a little more kid-friendly. But over here where students will have their names. Um, so over here, if we click on Vicente's name, this is kind of the what I'd like his finished product to look like. So you can see that he's got a personal narrative, a fantasy fiction story, independent writing project, memoir, personal essay, literary essay. So this would hold all of his information. Um, in order to receive feedback or to get comments, you can click on the post right here, and by clicking that, you can see that he started a couple. Well, I did started a couple of different comment sections for him to receive feedback. So he's already got a personal narrative. He's got some for his fantasy story, and if we take a look at those, it says the name of the person um, who's commenting, and so this is comments from me, comebacks from Vicente, and it can continue on down the line as long as they reply. The other thing that I could see also this being useful for is that parents could also be given a login and uh, a web or password, and then they too could be able to leave comments for their kid as well. The idea here is that I was thinking is after they see this comment and the feedback is to try to take one of those ideas and use it in their next writing piece. So here, if I'm saying next time I'd like to see you work on voice, then when we go back to his page, is for him to focus on that idea. So if we go down to where his independent writing project will be, he can hopefully have a goal at this beginning here saying, during this piece I've worked on voice, I'm funny and I want everyone to know it. So hopefully he can stick with that and then have feedback and see his growth as to whether he did that or not. Of course, using Google Docs as students are going along, they'll also be able to receive feedback with the same kind of criticisms to try to help them improve their writing. One of the fallbacks about this is that students can alter other kids' work. So, I mean, it'd have to be a lesson on digital citizenship. But if I'm Vicente and I'm going in and I click on Diego's page, I can see that he didn't do his personal narrative. I could actually go in there and delete what he's got, and I can alter the page to whatever way I want. Um, so that is a downfall. However, students don't have this option, but you do have the option of this green clock of seeing the revision history. So similar to Google Docs, you can go in and you can select and see who's been making changes and when they've done it. So that at least you can monitor that way. Another thing that I do like about using a Wikispace is that you can use as much space as you want, and that there are a lot of ways that you can put information on here. So here they could copy and paste from a Google Doc or a Word document or however they're processing their work, and they can copy and paste it into here. They can also embed videos. We did that last year. They can work on placing Google Doc presentations. And then if you run into the possibility of not being able to get access to a form of technology to produce the writing, you can always take a picture of the writing and post it in there as well. Um, on the plus side to that, I had considered using a blog, but I think that with the number of pages and different websites kids would have to remember in order to get to their writing partner's blog, I like the idea of a wiki space because it's very simple to use, it's basic, and everything is in one spot. So like if all of the kids are part of this class, then they're going to be able to access very quickly each other's work, and they're going to be able to show their parents as well. therefore, I think that this kind of solves a huge problem of being able to access the work that they've done to actually witness growth and to be able to set these goals and to see whether they've achieved them or not. They're going to be receiving feedback from their peers quite quickly. It's all in one location. I can give them feedback at any point in time. They've also got a new audience as well because they're publishing on the web, and it gives them a bit more of a purpose to the writing as they're going through. So I think that it's a good tool, and I think that it intertwines the three components of technology, pedagogy, and content, and it creates a context that works effectively for students, for the classroom, and for, of course, myself.